So here's our second attempt, and you know what? We're gonna build this. We're gonna build this a little differently. Let's go over here. Okay, instead of having a loop back up here, I'm just gonna put a PC down here. Okay, all right. Um, yoink. Okay. Boom, boom. Okay. All right, and this is going to be pointer. Okay, let's actually move this over to where it's straight. Alright, use our arrow key, slide that right over here. Okay, and this is going to be the 10 network. Okay, alright. So now let's get this configured. Alright, first of all, on router 1, interface G2, IP address 192.168.10.1. Okay, alright. And then we are going to create IP DHCP excluded address 192.168.1.10.1. So 192.168.10 10.10. Okay. Alright, and IP DHCP pool. Kyle. I don't know if I have one on here, so I'll just say Kyle 2. Alright, I'm going to say network. Network 192.168.10.0/24. Okay, default router. Alright, 192.168.10.1. Okay, alright, so let's go into here and start one of our PCs. Actually, I do have an ASA up there. Well, check that out. Alright, so here we go. I mean, for the life of me, I did not see that. I was looking hard for it. So let's go here and say open console. Okay. And now let's actually go in here and say edit settings. And this is actually going to go into VLAN 4. And this is going to go into VLAN 4. No, stop. It's router 1. Okay. All right. So now, okay. Let's put this password in here. Boy, these things take forever. Okay, so that's a good sign. Okay. And say CMD. IP config. Okay, and obviously we have our 10 network. Okay, so ping 8.8.8.8. Okay, all right. Host is unreachable, which is what I expect. And now let's go back. Do show IP NAT. No, do show run. Include IP NAT or just NAT. Okay. Now, first of all, interface G2. Okay. IP NAT inside. Okay. All right, and do show IP interface G1. No, do show run. Okay, and we have the IP NAT outside. So do show run access list. Okay, I don't know what's going on there. Why did I show run? No, show access list. That's why. Okay. All right. So config T IP access list. Okay, standard 20. Okay, and we'll say no 10. Okay, and then we'll say 10 permit. All right. IP or permit. We're not gonna do host. We're gonna do 192.168.10.0, and then I'll wildcard. Okay, that 255. Okay, all right, because our last architect, it doesn't matter what it is. The first three want to be the same. All right, and these are all periods and not commas. All right, and then done. Okay, so now, all right. Okay, so we got G2 for the inside, G1 on the outside. I mean, for the outside. Okay, it's almost like. uh, okay, so also we're matching on this. All right, let's create a new flow. Okay, you know what's funny? Who's saying it's unreachable? You know what? Let's go over here to router 2. Maybe this is what should not matter. Okay? But hold on. Because that does say unreachable. But I still should be getting natted. So show run interface G1. Okay. Why does G1 have no IP address? Well, what the hell? When the hell did that happen? Do show IP interface brief. Are you serious? Was this my whole problem in the first place? What the hell? 192.168.1.2. 255.255.255.0. That's just odd. Okay, so anyway, um, and come on, interface. It's 1.1. Okay, you see all these mistakes I'm making? Get used to it. It's just the way it is. You're typing, for God's sake. So now, um, dude, let me. This is crazy. Ping 8.8.8.8. Watch that fail. Okay. All right. And let's source it from loopback 0. Okay. Still unreachable. Show IP interface brief. Okay. All right. And now I'm gonna do it from here. Okay, it's still saying unreachable. All right. All right. So now, show IP route. Static rec is still there. Okay. All right. Let's take a look at show IP access list. Wait a minute. Hold up. You know what? Look at our access list. We are getting hits. Okay? You know what the problem is? IP access list standard. Okay. We're gonna say 10. Alright, we're gonna add line 40. Alright, oops, 40 permit IP any. Any. Okay, so let's do a new flow. And we're still saying unreachable. So from here, okay, we can get there. And you know what? Let's actually ping. Okay, something's wrong with our routing here. Let's. No, I got it. I just hit it. Okay. All right. So I can get the 1.1.1.1. Okay. Why isn't my NAT show IP NAT translations? Hey, they're translating. Okay, so that's a good sign. Okay, at least now we know NAT's working. Okay, all right, we're doing ICMP. Okay, from the inside, all right, it's the 11 address. Okay, and it's actually being NATed. Okay, uh, to the 1.2. Okay, all right. Okay. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, you're going to have to get used to the netting aspect of reading what's going on because the table isn't really um, specific. I'm looking at router 1. Why the hell? But at least I'm translating. I just don't understand why. Because 1.1, if we look at 3 here, that's going to be a source IP address. And if I can get the 1.1, I can get the 1. Are you serious? I, I don't. I, oh, because I'm blocking the 190. Okay, so let's stop. Let's stop. Okay, let's use our brain here. Okay, all right. I'm blocking 191 right off the gate. Okay, all right. So that's one problem right there. All right, that's a conflict of what I'm trying to do here. All right. So now I gotta go into router 1. Okay. Since this is an internet router, I got to have a public IP address. I can't believe I didn't even figure that out. That's crazy. So interface G1 IP address 65.1.1.1.1. Okay. All right, and then let's go over here to interface G1 IP address 65.1.1. Okay. All right, interface G2. Okay, do ping 65. Look, it's working. Okay, it's actually working now. All right. Again, these IP addresses should be okay. 65. Okay. All right. So in reality, okay, okay, and I'm not gonna lie, guys, this was really stupid on my part. Okay, but also, it's just me, just again, I just wasn't paying attention. Okay. All right. So, but now when we go on to router one, okay, router one, show IP access, show IP NAT translation. Okay. All right. So now you can. That is so much better. Okay. All right. So now here, let's take a look at this. Let's actually ping 8.8.8.8. Okay, and we're gonna source it from loopback 0. Okay, so it works. All right, and now let's go back to the translation. Okay, that is nothing more than my stupidity. Okay, all right. So it did work in the first place, but again, I just came back to do another attempt, um, because as reading the documentation, which I did do, the command was accurate, except the fact when you read Cisco documentation, they always want to use pools. Okay, all right. For real, man. Most people use interface. But that's just Cisco's way of doing things, man. They always like to add things. And when you do Cisco documentation, know your commands. Because a lot of times when they do a configuration example, they got commands in there that you're just like, I don't. Why are you even doing this? Okay. But then again, that's just Cisco. All right. So they'll always go into the pools, but the command was accurate. So hey, we succeeded. See you guys on the next one.